Just like Vasudeva preached to Kamsa, that you're an eternal soul. Don't you know that when you're under this illusion that you're the body and mind and you commit sinful activities, you have to suffer birth after birth? But people don't understand that. Why? Because we have forgotten the love for Krishna that's within us. Therefore, Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya has come to this world with a simple message. Jeev Jago, Jeev Jago. The sum and substance, the comprehensive study of all the Vedic literatures, of all the great spiritual philosophies, are all realized in these two words, Jeev Jago. Wake up. Once we wake up, everything is understood. Krishna tells in Gita that just like the sun lights up everything in the daytime, similarly, true knowledge of the self dispels all darkness. And it's only in the realm of darkness that there is material suffering. So this is the real goal of life. And it's only achievable through purification. No matter how much we acquire, no matter how much we gain knowledge, we gain strength, we gain fame, we gain accomplishments. None of those things without purification will give us realization of Krishna. That realization comes through purification. And in this world, people are so impure. And there's so many impurities everywhere around us, inside and out. It's only by Krishna's mercy that we can become purified. Srinvatam svakata Krishna punya sravana kirtana haridyantasto hyabhadrani vidunoti surit satam. This verse gives us very excellent understanding. We have to try our best. And when Krishna is pleased with us, then we become purified. Krishna won't be pleased with us unless we really try our best. If we develop a taste for hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, Krishna is so pleased with us that He, from within our heart, purifies us. He dispels all the darkness of the ego. Otherwise, daiviheshu gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mamevam ye papadyante maya meta durantite. Material nature is too difficult for us. But when we take shelter of Krishna through hearing and chanting, which is the means in which we remember Krishna, then Krishna is pleased and He purifies us. He dispels ananyas chintayanto mam yejanat padupashate. He preserves what we have, He carries what we lack. Mahatsevam dwaram ahuruva muktes tamodwaram yoshita sangi sangam. But Krishna has taught us that He's pleased when we serve His devotees. And this is Mahaprabhu's message. By associating with devotees in the mood of servant of the servant of the servant, by assisting our Guru and our acharyas in the mission of Sri Chaitanya Maha Prabhu, and by attentively hearing and chanting, then Krishna will be pleased. Shushusho Shridadanasya Vasudeva Kataruchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirthana Sevanat. When we serve Krishna's devotees, Krishna is so pleased He gives us the taste for hearing and chanting. And when we gain that taste, He gives us Himself. Sri Chaitanya Maha Prabhu has come to give the blessings of Sri Radharani, to give the love of Sri Radha's Vrindavan to her devotees, as unqualified as we are in this age of Kali. But we must actually be Trinadapi Sunichena. We must strive to be humble and forgiving and give respect to others, not to demand it ourselves. If we practice all the different principles of devotional service in this spirit, then Krishna gives us himself. And he's pavitra. He's supremely pure. When he gives us himself, we become supremely purified. These simple principles are the purpose of initiation. Because when we first have faith in our spiritual masters, at that time the relationship is established. Adoshada tata sadhu sangota bhajanakriya. But the development of that relationship is how we follow the teachings. Tadvidi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya. To inquire, to hear submissively, and to render service. To render service means to put those instructions into our life. Sri Chaitanya Maha Prabhu and all of our parampara have given the foremost instructions to associate with the devotees of the Lord, sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy, and also to chant the names of the Lord, the Yuga Dharma. So we're making a promise before Krishna, before the assembled Vaishnavas, before the sacred fire, and before our gurus. And our guru is the representation, and all the previous acharyas are present. Their mercy is accessible when we follow the instructions of our guru. So to make a vow is a great responsibility. It's a commitment. But to pass through the tendencies of lethargy, laziness, and all the distractions and temptations of this world and fears, we need a solid commitment. If we commit ourselves to something, then we really don't think about whether we should do it or not. We do it. That, in Prabhupada's definition, is sincerity. And sincerity is what Krishna reciprocates with. To be sincere, serious, without ulterior motives. In other words, we're practicing Krishna consciousness not for our own material position. We're practicing Krishna consciousness samsiddhir haridoshanam. Because this is what will please our gurus and Krishna. To follow these four regulative principles, to chant 16 rounds, to be in the spirit of the servant of the servant of the servant, to cooperate and create an environment of where bhakti can grow everywhere. Sri Chaitanya Maha Prabhu compared bhakti to gardening. The bhakti lata beej, the seed of devotion, is there. And a community of devotees is like a garden where so many seeds are there. And each one of us is a gardener. It's actually inseparable. What is required to cultivate the seed of devotion which is within our own heart is very much connected with how we're helping the whole garden of so many devotees. The senior devotees, the junior devotees, the middle devotees, all other devotees, and everyone else in the world. How we're helping them. How we're trying to be an example and trying to encourage and create an environment. We're all meant to create an environment because the gurus, Srila Prabhupada, founder acharya of ISKCON, he's the gardener for the whole of our movement. And we're meant to all assist him to encourage every creeper of devotion to grow nicely. And that's how our creeper will grow nicely. And in a garden, we know if some destructive insect goes into the garden, if it's uncontrolled, it will destroy everything. So we shouldn't be like that insect. Therefore, Chaitanya Maha Prabhu tells Rupa Goswami that we can't be political. We have to resolve the obvious, inevitable differences we have in Krishna consciousness in a way that uplifts each other, not in a way that destroys everyone's creepers by taking political sides and making aparads, offenses. We have to be well-wishers. So actually, all these things that we're speaking about, Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explained that secret of advancement in Krishna consciousness is enthusiasm. We may feel like it or not feel like it. That's not so important. What's important is tapasya. We're enthusiastic. We will chant with enthusiasm. We will be enthusiastic to read Srila Prabhupada's books, to hear Harikatha, to serve the deities, to serve the devotees, to spread the message to the world. Our enthusiasm, that tapasya of enthusiasm, is what makes Krishna consciousness a happy experience. When Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna and be happy, that means he wanted us to be enthusiastic. So these things are difficult. And the material world sometimes makes it even more difficult. Not sometimes. It's always there. Sometimes it's manifested. So we require for our own advancement to make a commitment, to take it very seriously. And that's what this Harinaam initiation is. Srila Prabhupada took this Harinaam initiation very seriously. And he expected much from his devotees. Why? Why did he expect much from us? Because he's our ever well-wisher. For our benefit, he's expecting much from us. He's in the eternal spiritual world always with Sri Radharani and Sri Gopinath. But he wants us to come with him. Each and every one of you today, many of you have been very enthusiastic, determined, and I believe each and every one of you has been very patient also. And I thank you for that. On behalf of Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas, I extend my sincerest gratitude to each of you and all of our prayers for a lifetime of devotion. Thank you very much.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.